This is Lunch is Over.
Lunch is over.
Lunch is over.
We are the Loop.
This is your boy Alessis from Your Soy Customs.
You're rocking with your boy, the Real D Nation.
And this is Lunch is Over.
God, next we are a 2-hour mid-afternoon show hosted on Spark FM Online. Let me make sure. I want my hair dripping. Dang, now I just look like a little lion that just came out. Wrong way. It's a mid-afternoon show on Spark FM Online. LIO is filled with music and comedy while discussing hardcore issues in the world today. We are hosted by myself, DJ Washam, some friends, they all at work, and some special guests who got next. Spark FM Online Radio is Black-owned, globally licensed radio, so that means, yes, when we play your music, like you get your 5 cents. Like, it's probably more than Spotify. No shade, but I'm just saying. Created by the one and only Hot Sauce, aka Danielle Johnson, or aka Hot Sauce, depending on how you know her. This week's show, we are highlighting Exodus Bagels, located in, you just gotta look it up. They are Black-owned. I haven't been, but the food looks delicious. I'll be real, I can't eat anything that they have there. So that's how real it is. I'm shouting them out. I'm gonna go grab something for I guess, some folk. But yeah, I don't mind shouting it out, even though if I can't eat it, it's all good. But for more advertising contact, Spark FM Online 1@gmail.com, and make sure you visit bostongotnext.com/lunch is over and follow us, even though I just like this them on Spotify, but we are on Anchor. If you go to Apple, we are Apple Podcasts, tunein.com. If you're driving in the car and the radio is over there playing the same old stuff, just go to Apple and just automatically connect to Spark FM. We always do a moment of silence. So we're going to do a moment of silence for all the people we lost in 2002 and then 2022 and up to now. Now I'm going to start with this, always with the show. I did it the past couple shows, Forever Hefe Replay, and Long Live Real Dollars. And we're going to take 5 seconds. I'm going to crack open this juice under here. And we are back. Lunch is over on Spark FM. So we have LOI question of the day or craziest comments, right? So we're just gonna hop right to it. Looking out the window, this is like comments. So there was a black lady flying on a plane, and then little old white lady, little grandma. Was emailing, like everybody thought she was texting, but she was actually sending an email, but the font was like on 80, and I say 80 because that's huge for a phone. And the lady was like recording what the lady was emailing her friend. She says, "I am looking out the window. Other seats are taken up by 2 very large, dolled up black ladies, one of whom is extremely hostile. She makes Serena Williams look like Twiggy." I had to look up who heck Twiggy was. I am being pleasant just to annoy her. If I need to use the washroom, I am going to present I am really crippled and ask a steward to help me find another seat. And I only go to say this. It took like 2 minutes for this lady to email this Summit Warren, and this is like a quick text. So it's like racism is clearly still alive, no matter how old you are. And people do not care. Another shocking, this is not a comment, but another shocking thing that happened is the man who fathered 30 kids with 11 different women says he needs a break from child support to cut down his $1.49 monthly payments. I'm going to bring you on soon. Look at this making faces. I think it is crazy, absolutely absurd. Number one, how do you even get to be like, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because I know some people with some kids, they be racking up. How do you even get to be like the 12th baby mama? And it's like these kids are all from like different women. And then when you get to 20, what makes you be like, yes, let me continue on this man's legacy? And then I'm pretty sure he was in the news. I feel like this man was on Ayala Vanson. Like I used to watch all her shows, and he couldn't take care of his kids then. So why would you be one at number 25? What kind of 25th kid? And then, he keeps going. Why would you be number 27? So, but it says 11 different women. So that means he's basically going back and forth. So let me slow down. But that's 11 different women. Even if it's like twins or whatever involved, like that's still saying that you're like, let me I'm gonna have the last kid. I feel like that's what it is. I'm gonna have the last kid.
I don't know if you just didn't understand how that.
So we'll talk about that more. But that's some things I came across, and I think this world is like insane. It's a joke, but yeah, it's $1.49 for its monthly payments. So we'll say I'm thirsty. Lunch is over. $1.49, right? So that's like $30 maybe for the kids. Maybe if he's working, maybe if he has a job. And then all these kids are different ages, Pampers. So I'm like, I don't even think $1.49 would do them justice. So it's like, I don't know. We'll see what more I guess has to say. I think she wants to be number 31. But let me see. We'll hop right into it. Let's see. The Celtics play tonight. The New York Knicks. The Bruins play at 7. Well, the Celtics play at 7:30. The Bruins play at 7 p.m. versus the Lightning. The Red Sox first game, the 25th of February, is in Atlanta at 1:05 p.m. And the Patriots are just hanging out. We don't know what's happening. Tonight, meet me at the Isabella Gardner Museum. I'm leaving after this, like directly after this. They got me there early. The show starts at 7 p.m. But it's going to be nice. It's called Canon. It's a bunch of poetry readings with some fire poets. And also tonight, the Women in Music Summit. I have an extra ticket because I kind of signed up forgetting that I had a DJ. And then I was like, whoa, yikes. But make sure y'all check out that. That's at the record company. And y'all know I keep saying the record company has snacks now. So make sure y'all check them out. Check out my reel. Get me some views. I cannot see that. Send that to me. Or say it when we get on. These are my events. Look, the guests over here trying to say, look it. I'm like, I can't even read. I'm like, that far. Like, wait, what? And she's not even that far from me either. I'm like, all I see is raw. I think that says raw, right? Read that. It's like, and I think it says January 26th. So I'm like, that's as far as I got. January 20. That's we gonna get something. I'm like, I think I see raw in January 26th. I'm like, wait, what? And then visit bostongodnext.com for some events to see what's happening in the city. We have posted like most of the venues, the ones that are not closed, sadly, to the website, so you can click on them directly and go just to their calendar. I'm not doing their bookings or anything like that, so just their event, like just go check out what people got going on. But without further ado, because she's anxious, she over here got the phone. She got the phone. She just said, this is like, bam, make sure y'all say this. Wait, let me make sure. Okay, yeah, I paused the music. I got everything going. All right, word. Without further ado, let me add to the stream. Oh, I took it off. Dang, what happened? Nah, let's see.
What's going on?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. Don't be shy.
Yours, first one ever. I'm freaking out.
I kind of like this echo though, too, even though it's like, well, but it's like, no. I don't know. Maybe I should have boosted your chair up too, because
I'm short.
You're shorter than me, so I got this all the way up to the max. I know they be putting it down. And so I'm like, I don't like hot sauce. I know can't be sitting in here like that because, but Trent's probably sit here. But yeah, no, I'm short. So yes, there we go. That's how I like that. Yes, see, look at the angles better. Everything, yes, nice, full, clean. Short people. It's not problems. It's not problems. It's just like it depends on what's happening. It's good
because nobody ever asked you to help them. You got something tall? Never asked. I mean, I'm a big girl, so no one's trying to lift me. I'm just like,
you know what? Don't ask me for help because then when it drops on you, not you, but like I just be like, I could have helped you. You just assume that. Like, but without further ado, who do we have here in your own words? What is up, Ariana?
What's going on, Ariana Rose? I'm just me. I mean, I just started doing this a couple of years ago, 2 years ago.
Doing really what? COVID.
I started as a supporter, and now I'm a personal concierge, personal assistant. I kind of do whatever you need to do on the back end of scenes. I'll go to the studio sessions. I'll run your door. I'll run your merch. I'll come with you and assist on really anything.
Sounds like you pushing something.
You know.
I'm joking. Look, you don't know who watched. Don't be to look. I'm joking. Oh my gosh. Why?
I missed the scene. I used to dance with Funk Phenomenon.
Oh wow.
Way back when. Then I got pregnant, had the babies, good mom gang. And I wanted to I wanted to keep in the scene, and I wanted to continue helping others grow and make connections that I knew I had that I couldn't utilize for myself personally. So I was able to connect with the music and with a lot of artists to connect them to other artists or to different areas and certain things they didn't realize that could boost their performance level or boost their artistry closer to home. Like I said, kind of just talk to me and I try to help. Kind of like guidance, but not. I don't want that responsibility.
I'm like, why are you not the main? Keep going. Sorry.
What I do?
No. I was trying to fix the layout.
So I try to help with bookings during shows. If somebody really wants to get on a show, usually I know somebody somewhere. Whether it helps or not, who knows? But I'm always willing to make the attempt,
Okay.
make the connection. However,
how do you think bookings are in Massachusetts?
Confusing.
What does that mean?
They're all over the place. So the way I break down a booking or an artist is there's levels. No one wants to pay to play, but you can't expect just to walk onto a stage brand new in the scene when there's been people that have been doing it for 10 plus years and are still on the same stage as you. That's a great audience for you. But at the same time, nobody wants to pay to play. And I understand that. So that's another thing I'm trying to do. I threw Elevated Vibes last year. And that show was free to everybody. The only people that paid were the people that were walking through the door. So no artists had to pay, no vendors had to pay. That was a show that I curated with Pure House Music out of Colorado to get the scene together. I pulled people from all over, from Colorado, from New York, from Boston. I had Termanology as the headliner. Acrobatic came out and performed. It brought, like, I had Shay Bands from Shoes Music. I had Jilly from Bridgeside Cypher. I just tried to take people from here and there and bring them together as a collective and see that as a unit, we can do something bigger than what Boston is known for now.
How do you connect with people from out of state, not knowing that, like, well, sometimes people don't even know they're number one. There's like even a hip hop scene here. So how is that for you? Like, everybody has their own experience. Like me, sometimes I go to the state, they're like, I didn't even know there was black people there and stuff like that. I'm like, I know a lot of black people. What do you mean?
Luckily, I've been blessed to work with Term. And working with Termanology has given me the luxury to go and travel a lot more and meet people that are already in the scene and having, I don't want to say that backing, but just knowing that he trusted me enough that where people are willing to trust in me a little bit quicker. And I don't fool around. I'm not here. I don't make art. I'm not an artist. I don't make music. So I'm not gaining anything on that aspect of it. So it's real love when it comes to the scene, when it comes to like making Boston known.
Right.
Like, we're here. We got great artists here. We can show you what we got. Come. You know what I mean? So I feel like with that, and then I'm a talker.
No, this
I'm shy, but I'm a talker.
This is what the show's for.
I sit on the wall, but you see that other person.
I'm like
sitting on
DJ
the
and be
wall.
like, everybody play music and stuff. Like, no, I've never wanted my show for me to be like DJ. Like, people want to be hearing stuff that's happening. So yeah, talk away.
So
as long as we, no,
right, focus. But yeah, no. So I'll be at a show, and I kind of look for the other wallflowers, as they say, and I know that's who I need to connect with. I know that's who's curating the show, because at the end of the day, they're trying to stand back and make sure their show is going perfect. So that's how I know who I need to talk to and move forward. And, right now my focus is looking for venues.
Gotcha.
And I want to find more venues rather than halls. And,
what they say, you got to take what you can get.
I'll take it all day. But, we want to be a bigger caliber too.
Right,
we can only do that with the help of the Boston venues. So
I'm gonna let y'all know right now, even though let me leave my shade to myself. But there is a grant right now. It's like 200,000 to 600,000 space grant in the cultural. So there's like a lot of stuff going on. But there are, I know you're Addie, but then people know people. So literally, if you have a business in the city of Boston, And that can take like a day real quick because somebody goes to City Hall and have an address. You can apply for the grant because they have a lot of vacant spaces that they're trying to get people to fill for arts, entertainment, gym, recreational, certain stuff. Just like cannabis and liquor, I believe that's no, but like more of like the people who got closed down during like the pandemic. So basically, there's money out there for stuff because venues are still closing left and right because the money's not out. And I know, like it's like you can hear me. I think if you can hear me like this, it's like we can talk, but then it's like just easier. But,
Oh no, my head's small. They were
yeah,
sliding.
it looks fine. I don't care. You fine. Look, you fine. You fine. Let me see. I'm over here like, which side? Which side? Which side? The good side. What does your week look like in life of balancing life and relationships and being a mom?
Basketball, soccer,
Sports mom.
sports mom all day. Honestly, I live with my mom. You know, shout out mom
Nope.
all day. Good mom gangs. All
Look
day,
at Rich
'cause-
crazy. So
yes, right. Listen, I'm blessed to live with my mother. So she, you know, she helps out a lot. You know, we're running a single mom gang now. So it looks like a lot of back and forth. Who's calling who to pick up this kid? Who's calling who to drop off this kid? Where is this kid? Like, for instance, on my way in here, I got the call from the school. My son got hit in the throat.
Wow.
He had to get home, come home. All right.
Wait, by somebody else? Like we about to
He
roll
was,
up on there.
no. He was playing football. My son, like I said,
We rolling up
sports
up
all
there.
day. He was playing football, and the dude was taller than him and took him out. You know, it happens. But he got up. He honestly just wanted to come home. He's not a school kid. He don't like school. But not, you know, it's just kind of communication. And then I usually don't leave my house before 9. I love going to events. I love going to shows, but them early shows be killing me as a mom.
Look at.
So I be showing up late, fashionably late, real late. Come to have that quick drink.
I be realizing people's events start like I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be sitting right now. I'm like, oh dang.
Mm-hmm. So that part of it's a little difficult to balance, but for the most part, you know, it's kids' day, shows at night, sport at night, whatever it can get done. You know, phone calls and stuff during the day, just consulting and trying to find shows and events that I can pass along to people that might not necessarily have the time to do it.
So this would be like the perfect time. So what event was you showing when I?
Oh, okay.
That is happening tonight.
There's a few events tonight actually on topic, but the one event I really want to shout out. It was really more or less shouting out the person is an artist. His name's Kid Quotes. He's been out in the scene for a while. He works with SPC, but he has a show. His very first show. It's his birthday. Aquarius gang all day.
Thanks.
But this is the first show he always supports artists. He's always coming to shows, doing live paintings, everything like that. And tonight he has a show with Rob Raw, natural born artist, out at Mix 360 in Malden.
Dope.
So
Mix 360 is a nice spot. Yeah. They got good food too.
Actually, to bring it back, he's at that show. I passed that show along to him from the show I went to with you and Brandy Blaze back there about a couple months ago.
Fire.
So that show is tonight. But he's always out doing live paintings for everybody's show, and he got some really dope anime stuff going on with the neon lightings and all that. So
I'll be late.
If you can't make it to YSham show and you're close to the Malden Mix 360 tonight,
I was
come join. It's a great show from when I went with YSham and Brandy Blaze. The artistry was amazing. If you can come check it out.
I just be looking like, everything be fire. I'll just be there. I'm there so I don't get fined. That's it.
Nah, he was enjoying that stuff. With the rugs and everything.
I'll say, what are some artists you listen to outside of Termanology? Man. We'll get to Termanology soon. But what are some artists you listen to?
I'm all over the place. I don't have a genre of music. And I try to, like I said, we have a lot of local artists. I try to stay real local. Mm-hmm. There's a few random artists I listen to, but for local, I'm everywhere. There's Alone. There's, obviously I have a list. I did make a list because I knew this question was coming, and this list is long and it's all over the place, and it's definitely not everybody. But I feel like some of them are people don't realize.
I don't be caring. I'm like, look at if I forget you, I forget you. I'll see you because y'all don't be shouting me out. So
where'd my list go? Oh, wait, here it is.
See, if you had an iPhone, you could have just typed
Stop
it in.
it.
If you had an
Stop
iPhone, you could have
it.
just, I got you on both
Don't
cameras.
be hating on the droid. You be loving the pictures off of it. So,
But I love it because that's the only phone that we had available.
yeah, because your phone always dies and breaks.
As it's dying right now.
Strong. Anyways, some artists I be listening to: Shells, Chiz Capo, Luke Yetton, Q. Fanta Vibes. I met her in Atlanta, so finding out she was from Mass, but we'll come back to that.
The Mass Connect, I'll say, is crazy.
Nim K, I already said Alone. Shay Band. Red Shades was like my first artist out of Massachusetts that like
you already know.
You know, I rocked with heavy. Obviously Cake Swag, Brandy Blades, you know. Hush Harding. I have like a soft spot for him in my heart. He got some real fire lyrics. And I feel like not a lot of people know who he is.
Oh, I know who he is.
I know you know who he is, but I feel like a lot of people don't realize that he's who he is. It's just what I should say.
The people that he know, because that could be a different I don't say phrase, but like a different way to look at it, because people are like, oh, this person don't know me, and I feel like Boston is small, but it's big at the same time. Like people still be like, who's Brandy Blaze? Like, right. And I'll say like that. And then you be thinking like everybody lives in their own pockets. And it's not like sometimes a bad thing, but then it's like if it's the people around you, that got to be changed. Like, you know?
Yeah. So for me, it's genre. I feel like people set themselves in a genre and they only stick in it. And with me, I don't do that. Like I said, I got, you know, I have some artists that a lot of people like from my local that like I grew up with little kids I grew up with. Yeah. There's Lyndon VO and Jeffrey Ill. They have like this different. And then I got Jam, he actually runs a Ukrainian label right now, so that he's on his own other level of artistry. But Justin Clancy, that doesn't.
He is going on tour again.
Yeah, he is going on tour again. Yep, 2 shows in Boston coming up. Someone that doesn't, he puts out music, but not as frequently as he did on his own, was 508 Twin. I was a huge fan of his. Yeah, he was out of Brockton. You know,
yes.
He actually pulled most of his music offline. I'm not sure why.
Maybe somebody already talked about this person.
Exactly, but his stuff was lyric wise, beat wise.
I'm gonna have you turn that. Oh no, actually it's me. I gotta turn the whole camera, but it's all good.
What am I doing? Did I do it?
That's all good.
No, but you know, I could, if I was to sit here and I could go Brockton and list off Luke Barr, like, and keep going, J Rose, C4, and then I could go to Dorchester, Roxbury, and you know, you got Rels, and you got Spenda, you got so many artists from different areas, and that sometimes I'm just like, all right, today I'm gonna go Lawrence, today I'm gonna go Dorchester, today I'm gonna go Brockton, today I'm just gonna put on Boston Big Four. You know what I mean? Spark FM online radio is something that I put in my house, my kids, you know what I mean? Just so they realize, you know, and that's something I do with my kids too. Like I like them to know, like, hey, this person is from here. You know, like right. You want to do this, you can do this. You want to do that, you can do anything. So I listen to everybody. There's no one genre that I stick to. I'm a big person on lyrics. I'm a big person on beats. Do they have to be the same beat to the great lyrics? No, I can sound out the lyrics and listen to the beat. Sometimes it's like, you know.
Nah, if I like the beat, I'm going straight like, who produced this? Like,
if I
say that to you, that means I clearly did not like your song.
Producers, that's a whole other show. You know what I mean?
No. I'm saying like, if I hear your song and I didn't give a comment or something like that on it, and I go directly to who made the beat, and without even talking about the song, that means I could have done. Like, pass me the producer, because I'll find somebody to do them justice to the beat. But anyways, yeah. Who inspires you in life right now?
Honestly, my daughter. I know it's crazy to sound because I should be inspiring her, which I hope I do. But my daughter, she's had a rough couple of years, and she worked hard to get into the school she's at. She's at Essex Tech. She worked hard to get on the volleyball team. She worked hard to get on the basketball team. Dope. With a lot of emotional situations going on. She got in her shop. She's in electrical. She's moving forward with her trade. So
more females.
And she's just so wholesome. She's so sweet, you know, and she's just
because these kids be reckless. Jesus,
she doesn't have a reckless bone in her body, which kind of does bother me. I'm like, come on, compete a little bit, like, but she's that kid that doesn't matter if it wins or lose. She had a good time. She had friends. She's helping people, you know, and she's had such a hard couple of years. You know, not to be weird, you know, she lost her dad, and that was a lot for her at 8 years old, to lose dad and not how to focus and move it. She moved to a new city at the same time, and you know, I seen her push, I seen her drive. She goes 1,000% on everything, and like I said, I know it's weird to say, you know, my 14, almost 15-year-old inspires me to be a better person every day, but you know, without her, I wouldn't be here. Fact. Big fact, you know. I love that girl.
That's the oldest?
That's my oldest, yeah. My other one, you know, he's a payback child. He's me all the way. We don't. He's the basketball star, you know. But now my daughter is definitely the one to. She understands. She knows. She's, you know, genuine in her thoughts and everything that she has to conversate about. And she's like me. Once you get her going, that's it. That's in music, you know, you in turn gave me the chance. Shells brought me on, and you know, when I get lost in the sauce, I go back to y'all and you know, grab some inspiration and you know, ask questions. And but this is new. This is all new to me. This was something that, you know, I was a supporter. I was just showing up to things in COVID, and you know, knowing people. Blessed me with meeting you and Termanology and being able to work with y'all in the beginning and before COVID, and then, you know, during COVID. So
it's her page. We're going through her page and being a creep.
My page?
Yeah.
Oh, my page is not good. I'm trying to do better, guys.
Yeah, nobody's telling nobody no anymore, and that's the problem. And I'm just like, I'm always looking like a bad guy.
But that backtracks to like that pay to play. You know what I mean? If we all know,
with the package,
I'll throw you on a card because I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to better your artistry, and somebody out there is gonna like that person just because we don't.
Right.
You know, that's a personal opinion.
Maybe.
You know, listen, mumble rap became a thing.
Right. But I feel like still certain people, like, just like, it depends. Like, you still gotta market master, and then you might just be that one person who take off, but like, you still got to work towards your craft. Like, I'm not just gonna be hitting people up like, hey, put me on da 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 da. Like, what did you actually do for this? Like, you know, and people don't take this like a job.
Anything,
like,
you gotta pay the play. You gotta pay the play. If you ain't doing nothing for the culture and you're not doing anything to help yourself, but you know, we do need that first opener. You do need it.
But where does that money go then?
So usually, if there's a headliner to the headliner, me as a curator, you know, I hope that my money would come from a door. Okay. I don't want to charge artists. I don't want to charge vendors because y'all are the reason that I'm trying to.
But that's what pay to play is in. So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. So but that's what I'm saying. With the pay to play, right? What you got to do is your artist is paying to be on the stage with somebody that should be able to bring them to another level.
Supposedly in this world,
but, well, no, I'm just saying it should be able to bring enough fans in to bring that pay to play. Like that pay to play isn't gonna bring 10 people into the building. They may bring their moms, they may bring this, they may bring 1 or 2 people, but then you got, you know, artists that have been doing this for a while that you know we're gonna bring, that name alone is gonna bring 10, 15 people.
That's what I'm gonna do with showcases. But, don't got the time. Just book me as a DJ. Don't got the time.
But no, and that's the thing, and is the difference is when you know, like, at one time, a curator was a curator, a promoter was a promoter, marketing was marketing, and it was all separated to now come and make this main show. Now everybody, because of COVID, everybody learned to do everything. So now when you come out, that's where I would come into play, as in like, you can't handle everything the day of the show. So let me come help you. Let me do that. That's kind of where I would play in that. But for the pay to play money, you know, I personally don't do it, so I don't know where the money goes. I would assume it goes
don't be going to the DJ. Let me talk.
Like I know the one show that I am in cahoots with it, however you want to say it, is a Termanology show. It's with Keith Wright Music. You know, it is a pay to play for openers, but it brings value to your resume, and it's not $1,000. It's not even $200. You know what I mean? Like, and it really has to do with what you value as an artist that is worth it for you. If you don't think it's worth it, don't do it.
Yeah.
No one's literally in your pocket taking it. It's an offer.
That's true.
Where is the level for you? Do you think this is going to elevate you? If it is, do it. If it's not, put your money into doing something else.
I feel like I say Term is different because he's like here. Like there is, I'm dang, it goes back and forth because I'm like, yes, I get it, but then I'm just like, I'm not paying to play for the big homie who lives 3 doors.
Right, but it's not him asking for the money either.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? Somebody's throwing an event that has him in it, but you got to pay somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, he's not just somebody that came off the block and was like, "Oh, this is me." You know,
some of these people do.
But he's worked hard for that. You know what I mean? He's worked hard for people to recognize.
Wait, we're not talking about no.
Oh, I'm confused then. Now I'm confused.
You definitely didn't hear what I was like. We're definitely not talking about Term.
Yeah,
talking
I was like,
other people. I was like, no.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't just come out the woodwork.
If it makes sense, it makes sense.
Otherwise,
like
for me,
I'm not going to pay to play. Like, not to be real. So how about this? Megan Thee Stallion came here and whatever. I guess maybe I become people in the bus. Like all of those like stuff. People come here. It's definitely like a pay to play. Do I personally, DJ Y Sham, think that it's beneficial? To an extent, yes and no. When I say longevity, when they come here, and I always throw the story back. Literally all the people who opened for Megan Thee Stallion, nobody has a picture with her. And I went to Atlanta 2 weeks later, and then that whole thing. So it's like, and that was like a whole random event. And not to say like that, like we probably could have met her there too. But it's just like, why? Like, what am I getting out of it? Okay, my name's on a flyer with her, but she didn't even shout me out. She didn't even.
Right.
So it's like there's really nobody following up on any type of longevity with the pay for play. So I'm just always like, what are y'all getting out of it? Like, okay, you opened up for this big name person, and unless you're going to keep marketing that, then there's no value.
Right. Unless you get the most amazing footage you can and you're on stage or you're coming up next.
Right.
But no, I get what I totally understand. And I agree, because unless there's some type of, if I'm paying, because those aren't cheap pay to plays.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those are definitely not cheap pay to plays. And if I'm doing that, I'm going to guarantee myself something before I do. Like I said, as an artist, I would guarantee myself a conversation and email something that I'm putting into value, even like a picture or something, like a meeting.
Something.
I need to be part of that meet and greet. I need to be on her side.
Like, and she doesn't even see, or not even her, they don't even see the people performing.
Yeah, I personally know from like, you know, working with Termanology stuff and him being here, he's super about, you know, bringing people up from Boston and that. So, you know, with these shows, like, you know, he is the one to be like, yo, I really like that person. I got to find them and I got to hit them up and like, you know, do something with them or you know what I mean? So,
but he got a couple tracks out right now with a few people. Serial just dropped something and
Exit Fame, Soul Marie's on a track with him, and then Black Sea. He has Black Sea has one of Termanology's dopest verses. Oh wow! I don't even care. That's one of my favorite verses from him is on Black Sea's The Process.
But it's like stuff like that. Like you need to market it. You need to make sure, because it's just like, is that just gonna go to deaf ears? Like,
right, but
just
you
like
know,
how long does
that's you know putting his
not
name.
Term.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like
he is established.
But that's what I'm saying. People think that alone is gonna blow. No, you still have to put the work in behind it. Yes, he might get you that 1,000 views, 5,000, whatever.
That's all momentarily for right then and there.
I'm yelling. I just realized I'm yelling. Sorry, my bad. I'm loud. He might get you those views, but you still have to put in the work to promote your portion of it. And you can either do that or you don't. That's a choice. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a choice. It all comes back to what you value as yourself as an artist.
Exactly.
And that's where, you know, it comes in. If you want to just throw yourself on a show here and there to look good, then pay to play. If you really want to work on your artistry and show your level, then
I'm like, I'll sure pay to play like outside the city. Like, but I ain't doing that here in Boston right now.
Yeah, but honestly, pay to play outside the city, is it a thing?
Yeah, that's everywhere. Payola is everywhere. Like all the time. That's what I'm like everywhere.
Most of my things I try to work with are like, because like if I'm traveling with artists, we're not paying.
But it depends on which artist you're traveling with, though. So it's like you can't base like term with local artists coming up. So it's like
no, I don't know.
he's not paying for play. But then regardless, at the end of the day, somebody always has to pay like some type of fee, even if it's a festival, no matter what it is. If it's not him directly, it's somebody on the team. Like there's always fees and stuff on the back end.
Yeah,
right.
No, that's true.
But when it comes down to it, we ain't talking about here. We talk about like overall artists that like not like y'all ain't
no. Well, so when it comes to overall artists, though, too, as I personally, as somebody, if I'm going to book you for a show out of state, I'm personally not going to be like, hey, we gotta spend this much money to travel 3.5 hours, 4 hours.
It happens though, but I feel like it's some like certain like okay, so if like SOBs or let me see what's in Atlanta. Like damn, I can't even think right now.
The only thing I know in Atlanta is the bonfires and then fire.
Okay, yeah. No. Anyway.
Oh no, it's an art. It's a performance.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but like I'm talking about like actual like.
I have a good time with Fonzo down there.
I was looking. I'm like, it's coming. I think that's like around my birthday. This year's one, but dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyways, folks, out of state, it happens in Virginia, Texas, whatever. Showcase is a showcase. South by Southwest, you're gonna see a tons of like those. Like that's the next thing coming right there. So it's just like. It's everywhere. Like you're not going to Texas and hopping on a show, like and then even people locally, like regardless, when you apply for South by Southwest, you have to pay an application fee. So it's like ain't nothing free. Granted, I get it, but that's how they make up the festival. That's how they make up like so. It's like the fees are going somewhere, whether you get it or not. Like like that's processing. But all the people who's hosting events. They're charging you to hop on that stage.
and if anybody really is interested in that, come holler at me because I do know somebody that is definitely looking for sponsors and
stuff like that. I'm like, I think it works because it's just like now it's not just Mass, it's not just Texas. There's a whole range of people that you could market to. Like that's like a whole like.
Right. But again, it's what the artist wants. Is the artist willing to put in that much energy, that much work, and that much bread
the follow up,
to do that? Like if you're willing to do it, I'm willing to do it for you.
Right. Oh, I know what I mean? Yeah.
But that's what I do. That's so you as a DJ don't have to deal with all that.
Like we are working harder to look at work smarter.
Not harder. That's a fact. That's a fact. No, you know me, I live by that.
Have you ever had any oopsies during like a release or a performance? We always talk about to guests about stuff that happens because everybody thinks stuff is good. Nobody knows sometimes like the DJ's running late or the sound venue didn't open on time and you're trying to rush in and get stuff. And it doesn't have to be like bad, super bad, but it's just like showing people that there's stuff that actually happens in their entertainment world and y'all need to calm down. Like,
nah, I've definitely experienced oopsies on tour and with my own show that I curated over at Smokehouse and Lowell. That's dope. Almost swore, my bad. Yeah, I mean, like what comes to mind is just little things. And it wasn't anything that would have made a break, but to me, it was something that, had to be there. So, for my show personally, I had an issue with the communication with the food vendor. It all came through. It all worked out. No harm, no foul. But that was a nervous thing for me because as a mom, I want people to be eating while they're drinking. I don't need nobody getting real lit. I don't need to be responsible for nobody.
And these folks,
and you know what I mean. Really. So, and I know everybody loves food. So. Not having a food vendor was like a real big like, oh no, I was ready to order 1,000 pizzas. But it worked out. That was one little oopsie that, it doesn't matter how many times you check in.
Talk about that real quick though. You said you was ready to order pizza.
Yeah.
Why? Like I get it because the person wasn't there, but why?
Because it was on my flyer. It said it was gonna be there, supposed to be there.
And I just like try to reiterate things in different ways because it's like people don't understand the extent that people try to go out their way just to make sure you're good. Like you don't want your event to look bad, but it's like you said, people got to go home.
Right.
You're drinking all night, you're getting turned up, and like it's a thing.
And mine was a fairly early start. So it was a Sunday, but people could be coming from work. People, I just needed to make sure people ate. I'm like, you ever been, at that person's house and their mom's like, did you eat? Oh, you did? Okay, we'll have something else. Like, that's how I was feeling that night. I'm like, oh my God, they need to have something. It was
Okay.
on the flyer. And I know a lot of people do like to support locally. So, and certain, like me personally, I get Italian food all day at home.
Oh.
So let me get some curry chicken. Let me get some jerk chicken, pastelitos. I'm all for it. I'm going to the venue partly for the food.
Speaking of that, lunch is over. What does Ariana Rose like to eat for lunch?
Food, anything, sushi.
Ooh.
Stop it. I'm big for a slice of pizza, but food. You put it in front of me, I'm eating it. There's very little that I don't eat. But
Okay.
I had soup.
What kind of sushi and what kind of soup?
I had bastina before I left the house.
You said say it again?
Bastina, it's like little stars.
Oh, for soup.
Yeah.
For soup. Okay, yeah.
For sushi, spicy.
Yeah, for sushi, but I was like, okay.
Tuna, California roll.
Oh.
I'll eat it all though. I've tried it all. I like it all. It's not bad.
I eat vegetarian sushi, and then I still take out the vegetarian. I mean
What?
It's not even sushi no more.
No,
I don't like it.
That's okay. Just don't eat it.
What is it? No, I don't mind eating the rice. I like rice.
Yeah, but why waste your money? Just get that thing of white rice for $3.
Whoa! Who said I buy it?
Excuse me.
Pause.
Who
said I bought it? We talked about when we had the little nice events. Like, you think I'm going on my way to buy sushi to unroll it?
I mean, I am.
No, to unroll it.
Oh,
I'm saying
no.
unravel it. Whatever. Like, yeah, right. Absolutely.
You
not.
better leave that on that plate for me. I'm coming back for that. You go get yourself some white rice. I'll buy it for you.
No, I'll make white rice any day, but I like it in a little seaweed and everything. It's the avocado. I don't like whatever they put in there. I don't like avocado. So give me the shrimp, the little seaweed and rice, and we have a bowl. That's why
avocado don't even taste like that. It must be the texture.
The devil's that it tastes like sour. Like it's nasty. You
check who's making your sushi, because it should not be sour.
I done had it expensive, cheap. The Weiss used to be in Pennsylvania. Like all my friends eat sushi. Like they eat sushi a lot. Like no, that's not. I don't like seafood. That's why. So that's basically what's gonna get to that. Like I don't like seafood. So yeah. So you gotta keep like, oh, you haven't had it good. Like I just don't like it. I don't like shrimp. I like shrimp. I like shrimp.
That is seafood though.
That's it. Like I don't like it like
in
that.
The sea.
That's it. Just shrimp's not even real.
Okay, this is an us conversation.
I need this to be the
next, because I can't.
Look it. We gotta.
I'm gonna go back to looking at these kids.
In the ocean. It's a cockroach of the sea.
But it's in the ocean. It's the sea.
It's like not.
But it's there.
It's not real.
But what do you mean it's not real?
It's fake. Go to the beach right now. Go to the sea and go pick up a shrimp.
I'm not digging for it, bro.
When has anybody ever picked up a shrimp?
I don't even like sand.
Oh. Well, we're gonna have to factor about it. I only eat shrimp and fish. I don't like seafood like that. But seafood, I think of like lobster, clams, like scallops.
Oh, okay.
Like the extreme, yeah. Not like those extreme. Clams are nasty. Like
do calamari and shit.
Oh my God! Stop.
I'm trying. I'm so not. Trying not to swear about that.
I'm done.
I caught it.
Let's see. What are some highlights in your life and career?
The travel.
I keep hitting this.
I feel like I haven't like the travel for me, the meeting. I've got to meet amazing people. My top person for meeting is definitely DJ Premier. I was very blessed to meet him.
Legend.
12-year-old me would have never said that I'm Termanology's assistant. It would have never, like, 12-year-old me looks at me and was like, whoa, like, you doing what now? So I feel like everybody I've met, I'm blessed to meet in some way. Static, Fame, Term, even like the networking that I made with PRS Music and Rare Royalty Magazine, Justice out of Colorado, like I never see me doing this. This was never in my car. I have a biomedical certificate. This was not something, but I, the motto, do what you love what you do, always stuck with me. And I love biomedical, but I wasn't really like in love with it and like enjoying it. And I miss dance and I miss music. And I just, after having two kids, people do it. I cannot do it. I could not dance no more. And I just want to be a part of it. So, the experience of it all is just very like humbling to myself to see me sometimes just going back on pictures and like, wow, I met this person. Wow, I got to like literally have a conversation
and do all this.
Yeah, and do all that.
I'll say because I try to keep it to an hour, so I have to edit only an hour. But we were rocking out. What are some encouraging words you would say to Lunch is Over Spark FM listeners?
Keep going. Like honestly, simple. Just keep going. Because I've always hit a wall, and every time I've hit that wall, the only thing I've ever been told, keep going. And it simple, but don't give up.
Not simple. It goes a long way. You never know who needs to hear it. And how can Lunch is Over and Spark FM support you?
I mean, yeah, y'all have been rocking with me. Y'all reshare everything I post, and y'all have been rocking with me. So I'll be hosting another Elevated Vibes too. So when that comes around, y'all can support me then, help me out with that, like you did at the last one. Shout out. But I'm here to support y'all. It's not the other way around. I'm here to support y'all. So anything I can do, that's what I'm here for. But do some promo.
Where can we find you on social media? I'm pulling it up right now.
Ariana Rose 625 on all platforms. I'm still trying on Twitter. I'm not getting it.
It's a lot. Social media is a lot. I think so. Like it's a lot. But this is like the past Elevated Vibes that was going down.
Shout out Sando Films.
Sando. But make sure y'all go check out her page.
Crispy Pix was in the building for that.
Crispy. I don't know why I be repeating when people like, why am I doubling other words? Just saying. And then real quick, look, we can check out Term's page. Make sure y'all go tap in for sure for what he has going on. Chrome tab. There we go.
Yeah, he got a lot coming up.
He's on all platforms, but I did Bandcamp. I like this layout. So this is Bandcamp right here. This is like the most recently album that he released. Rapping with my friends. Shout out to Bedlam. That's how I be getting the Term tracks beforehand. Get dig. But check out the page. And then we're going to end here. Lunch is over. Always on Spark FM, only on Thursdays. We are not out of here, but we're just going to play some local artist music. 1 hour of talking and an hour of some Jimmy Jams, you dig? But make sure you tap in next Thursday. I'll let y'all know who we got coming in. It was gonna be just me DJing, but then we just got a booking. I need to make sure I confirm. But we'll be back here, you dig?